Welcome back to part 3 of the timing tutorial with the AG sub. Um, Now I'm going to go over a few things that I don't think I went over yet. Some of these are some of the buttons that are over here for the audio and things that I haven't gone over. I'm also going to talk about the video and why I like to have the video open whenever I time. I know that a lot of people, they don't like having the video whenever they time it with just the audio, but I don't like doing that, and there's a specific reason for it. Um, but it's just a preference, I guess. But it's something that I definitely prefer to do. Also, I'm gonna go over, um, kind of how you have to just guess, the selected region while you're timing and figure it out, and then commit it. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, we're gonna go over here to these buttons over here on the side. Um, this button right here automatically commits all changes, and you don't want to do that. So make sure that this is unchecked. Make sure it's red like this. You don't want it green, so make sure it's red. This right here automatically scrolls to the next line after you commit. So remember how I was saying earlier or before that once you commit, that AG sub automatically jumps out of the next line for you. Well, if this right here is not green, then that's not going to happen. So if it's red, make sure you tick it in. This will scroll the audio to the line that you're on. So if I select a line like this, see how the audio jumps over to that line too? Well, if that's not ticked, then that's not going to happen. It's going to stay where it was before. So make sure that's green. These ones, just leave red. You don't need these right now. This is for something way different, and you don't want, so leave it. Now these buttons over here, I don't know if I went over these or not, but I'm going to go ahead and go over them now. This right here will play the last 500 milliseconds of your selection. So if I were to play this, see, it only plays the last 500 milliseconds. And this plays the first 500 milliseconds, like this. It kind of comes in handy. I know that I use it for sure, especially if you have two lines that are really close to one another. Like, say we had a line that was from here to here, and then another one that started up directly after that to right there. Sometimes you want to use this to check and see if your line goes over the next one. So you're gonna want to use this and then kind of play with the end, the end time, so you get it right and then commit it. I'm pretty sure I definitely went over these. This will play only your current line that you're selected on. This will just play straight through, and if you click it while it's playing, it'll pause. This pauses it, obviously. This will play your selection space. So if I'm trying to find the time for a line, and I click here, and I want to figure it out if that's right, I'll hit that, and it'll play this entire selection like that, and it'll stop, and you can just adjust it. A couple cool things, if you're playing and you notice that you don't have enough of that line, like say I'm playing this like this, watch. See, you can start clicking, your end time to make it longer as you need it. So that, I guess, can kind of come in handy. This will play your current line, this button right here. So if I select this line and I hit this, it'll just play that selection on that line. And the neat thing about these buttons over here is it won't play your video. It'll only play your audio. So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over the video and why I like to have it open when I time. The reason for this is if we have a really long line, and you're timing and you don't have your video open, sometimes you won't notice that your line gets broken down into three. Your one line like this gets broken down into 3 lines on your screen instead of just 2. You only want to have 2 lines on your screen at a time. You don't ever want to have 3. People that have 3 are terrible, and they suck really bad. So don't do it. All right, don't be a sucker, I guess. Yeah. So only have 2. That's why I like to have my video open. So if I time a really long line, I can look up here and see if I have 3. And if I have 3, I end up having to break it down by splitting the time or something. So keep that in mind. Another thing you can do is if you're timing and it looks really bad, like this right here. I added this part right here. So let's take this out and see what it looks like. See how it looks unbalanced? How the top part is a lot longer than the bottom part? So what I did was I found the last word officially. So you go to hasn't, you type in that / or backslash, whatever that is, and a capital N, and then what that does is it hard breaks the line automatically. So whatever's after that N, so this part will all be on the bottom now if I hit commit. See, that looks better. So keep that in mind. I guess it's something that could come in handy when you're timing. And yeah, also when you're timing, I'm pretty sure I went over the styles thing, but yeah, you want to have the same style as what you guys are going to use in your final release. You know, that way you can tell what it looks like on here. Like if I have a really small font and I'm timing it, but it's not the same that we're going to be using whenever we release, I could have a really long 2 lines, and then whenever we put up the actual font that we're going to use, it could break it down into 3 lines. So you want to use the actual font. That's a reason why. I think that was it. I was asked by somebody how you get 2 lines, and I think they were talking about something that just looks like this. I mean, if you just have something that's really long written out, and one of your lines, AGSub will automatically break it down for you into 2 separate lines like this. So that's how you can do that. And I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or any comments, go ahead and feel free to, I guess, leave a comment on the video, or you can message me. I don't mind. I'm available on INP's forum. That just Google it. Just Google instance fan subs or whatever, and you should be able to find me there. So yeah, good luck, I guess. Have fun.